Farm golden gems and anime vanguards.
Anime vanguards.
Yes, in anime vanguard.
Anime vanguards.
Anime vanguard.
Hey, I'm sorry David Bazutsky, but I really hate Roblox. Actually, I was going to quit not so long ago, but I realized that I no longer need to make unique and fun games. I can just add brainrot. I love tower defense games, not as much as Warframe, but they're definitely up there. And then you have Roblox. Just ass. Like Bloons is so good, and then you have this. What the fuck is this shit? I just put some Subway Surfers gameplay on the side. Yeah, that was a pretty cool transition, but what makes a tower defense game? We have a word I cannot say, enemies to beat, and last but not least, gambling. Lots and lots of gambling. YouTube will probably see this as a gambling video, seeing how many times I've said it, but there will be a lot more times. I mean, I've only released one game, which happens to be Brainrot, and it's also my most played game. Maybe he was right. I keep on scrapping my games and starting new ones, just to never release them. But during I hear you ask, where does anime vanguards come in? I mean, I just had to spice it up a little. Or well, lies in the seed, because you wouldn't click on a video that is just making a tower defense. Would you? Okay, enough yap. It all started somewhere in October. I honestly cannot recall exactly when, because I just black out and wake up with hours of content that I just have to squeeze into 5 minutes. But I'll still try to give you the walkthrough. First thing I wanted to add was enemies, just so I don't have to fight with only the voices. And for that we need to make a track where they will run on. There are many ways you can go about this. The most common one I've seen on YouTube is a simple move to. Please don't use this. Of course I went with the node approach, where I just have the corner pieces and it fills the distance with nodes. Because using nodes makes it easier to keep track of the enemy's real position. Wait, real position? Let me break it down for you. Because we don't want Roblox cute servers to explode, we have to simulate the enemy movement with alpha nodes. They act as a percentage from one node to another instead of yeah, whatever this shit is. Like that, by just notifying what enemies have spawned, only the client visualizes them, so that it can also do the simulation and we don't have to send position node data. So we can save on a ton of network. But it could also lead to dissing, but you know, that's for the future RinFin. And now we have a working version of it. Here at RinFin Inc., my legal advisor told me to include that this is not a real company. And I advised myself to include that I don't have a legal advisor. We stress test each one of our products for the best experience possible. It for sure passes the Rin test. I lied. I ended up rewriting it completely, because with the auto method it relies on the enemy's look vector and delta time. Delta time is the time between the last rendered frame and the current one, meaning if it lags even a little bit, it will try to compensate and overshoot the turning point, so it basically explodes. I mean, it's working very good right now, but the moment I fucking... Oh, I don't have an explanation for this though. Now it just uses the enemy's real node position with the alpha node value for smoothness. There is one thing that is missing and the game cannot even exist without it. That's right, units. You know, those things that are definitely not racist and do not commit massive genocide on things that are slightly different from them. But they're a bit easier to make than enemies. So because the budget for visuals kinda ran out, I'm just going to explain it real quick. So let's say you just found a unit, right? And this unit has range. So if you put it next to the pad because you have more than one brain cell, because I mentioned that the pad I divide into like smaller nodes, these nodes could be into the thousands. And every single time you need to like check if something is in here, you need to loop through all of them. So when you spawn the unit for the first time, what I do is pre-compute all the nodes inside the range. So when I need to check if something is in this range, I just loop through all of this instead of all of this, right? So now you just put them on the client and the server and let the devices run the simulation. But there is an obvious problem with this, because on the client we play the animation like so, and on the server it's, well, it's just a unit, right? So on the client, let's say it's a bomber and it throws a bomb, pow, there isn't anything like this on the server. It just does the damage instantly. And there is this period of time over here, the air time of the bomb, that it doesn't do damage. And this is, well, delay, which doesn't exist here. It's just instantaneous. So for that, I pre-compute how much time it would take for this, like, let's say air time, and I just wait it on the server. I mean, it's not the best approach, but whatever. Now, we need models for our units that are going to trigger the neurons in the kids. And for that, I'm just going to do what I like to call borrowing from my beloved toolbox. What should I start with? That potato one? I don't know what it's called. Is it like this? Yes. Okay. I think I can do better. Oh, this one. This is perfect. The stone face, my eye. Let me scale it down a bit. You know, I don't hate this.
It's Quandale Dingle here.
Now, this is where everything went the other way. My programming teacher told us to make a project, and I jokingly asked about Roblox, and they agreed. Yeah, so I can't exactly just show these models because I'll just blow my brains out in front of everybody. For now, I'm just going to make them noobs and change them on later. Okay, so I just did the units. So we have this pistol guy, right? We have this sniper guy with a big ass sniper, and we have this bomb guy, which I already did mention actually, but whatever. And we really don't talk about this guy. Of course, I got put up with some people that have no clue what is Roblox, but I told them to make a map, which honestly looks fine. It's fucking dog shit, but we can still make it work. Now it's time for the placement of the units. I'm going to have 2 types, elevated and grounded units, maybe even a third one, but I don't know yet. And as I was just playing Tower Defense Simulator, I noticed they do this with their units. I stole it. Math was pretty easy. Just take the distance delta and turn it into degrees. Wait, is that light team? Yes, this is in fact light team. There has been a certain someone that has been using light team, and each time they send a screenshot my eyes get blessed with light straight from the heavens. So I like to share the pain. I also made it so the map highlights where you can place for the average Jimmy that is going to play this who probably has to develop brain cells. Not you though. I made the units like GUI and it's definitely not copied from another tower defense game. Everything here is innovational. I was serious about the light team, by the way. Fuck. It's okay, he basically made what I was making, but with AI, so it's time to add upgrades. Upgrades? This is more than just upgrades. Pistol guy is done playing. This guy shows like he's got a god baddie behind him. And the sniper, well, he snipes. But the game is missing effects. It would be too unethical to just reuse. Okay, so I want something more pixelated. Yep, this is perfect. You know, I'm not a VFX guy, but you know, this looks fine. I'm just going to use this. But do you know what I think is better? Yeah, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more. Make sure to leave a comment too, because you guys didn't believe me last time when I said I would reply to every single comment. December. A month to spend time with your family, drink hot chocolate and open presents. Thanks, but I prefer doing the advent of code. Every day for 30 days you get challenges. And you get stars. They're pretty cool. Now, for you guys it's probably kinda hard to guess the enemy's HP, so I had to make this health bar. And you must have noticed that I made the dark team. I swear it's not racially motivated. It was like 4 AM and my EPS couldn't process what was happening, okay? Wait, what? Ich suchen dich. Okay. Oh yeah, I added a little mechanic. So you see the bombs actually damage only the enemies around the explosion. Totally intentionally. But you know what they say, the best things happen accidentally. Anyway, you see how that plays as a mechanic when I add. These guys are much faster than your normal zombies, and the bombs can actually miss them. Yeah, good luck hitting them. I also added 2 other enemies, a big slow one and one that is bigger and slower. But this little guy here, as you can see, has a belly. What the belly means is when he dies, if he dies, he'll spawn zombies out of him. I know that sounds lame, but don't underestimate him. But you know, so far the game is pretty easy. So I kinda just made the enemy's health scale with the rounds, and let's say it gets a bit wild. And with this I gotta show it tomorrow. And we won the competition. This was the most embarrassing experience in my life, and I make Roblox videos. These guys just told me like I took a shit in front of them. But anyway, to say the game is missing a few things is an understatement. Like, you cannot even lose. But I ran out of time. I mean, this video was supposed to release almost 2. I just wanted to say to go spend time with your family. Merry Christmas everybody. Anti-disestablishmentarianism.